All right, hello traders. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most important concepts that you need to understand, because if you don't get to understand this concept, you're going to make so many mistakes when it comes to deciding whether the market is on an uptrend, on a downtrend, or whether the market has been able to change direction or it is still in the same direction. And this concept, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call the complex pullback. Now, the complex pullback is a type of pullback that takes so much time for you to reverse or continue in the same direction. Some people will call it a consolidation, but for me, it is more of a complex pullback. What do I mean by that? Let me just go ahead and share my screen here so that I can be able to show you exactly what it is that we're talking about. So, of course, you already know, for me, I like using this Dexter information. Like Dexter is what I normally use so that you can be able to pass the information to people. Now, the complex pullback, this is what we are talking about here. This is what you're talking about here. Okay, so when it comes to change of character, like basically the previous video that we did, we were talking about change of character, and break of structure and a continuation in the same. So in this video, in today's video, we're going to talk about the complex pullback. Now, once you get to understand that the market has changed direction, it is very, very important for you to know that it can only change direction if it has broken below, the second break of structure, break of structure on the left. So once we get the second break of structure on the left, we can assume that the structure has changed completely. There is a common error with structures I see every day. This error is to count the change of character, and immediately after that, you assume that the market has done what? Has changed direction, or has completely reversed. So it is very, very important for you to understand that the change of character alone is not a confirmation that the market has changed direction. It is just one clue that the market might change direction. And if that doesn't happen, then you can easily get caught up on this. This is what we call the complex pullback. And I'm also going to show you a few examples on the chart so that I can be able to see what exactly we mean. So when you look at this example here, this is our change of character here. That's our change of character here. And then we have a break of structure here. And then we don't have any other break of structure. The most important part that you're supposed to be looking at is the left side. That's where you're supposed to be looking at. Your left is your friend. This is where you're supposed to be looking at, because we're looking at a break. For us to say that the market has completely changed direction, we have to see a break on this low on the left, the second low on the left. So apart from the change of character, the market has to break on the second low, yeah, on the left side. So that is basically where you're supposed to be looking. And if you're not going to see that, you might easily get caught up on this. You might easily get caught up on this. If you're caught up on that, then you're going to make so many mistakes. So this is basically an example of what we call the complex pullback. So let's take a look at it here. So the only thing that is wrong with this particular area here is that the market gave us a change of character, yes, but the price uses internal structure to induce people to make the wrong move and create orders at the same time. Now, instead of going down, price mostly do exactly this. So here, you can see that the market gave us a very nice change of character. We have the very nice change of character. Then we have actually a break of structure, but the protected low is still protected. Like we have not broken below that protected low. So this is basically what we call the protected low. And this can easily induce people to make the wrong decisions and, have people go in here saying that the market has broken, take sales here, and then the stop losses somewhere here, and then they're targeting probably the low that is somewhere here down here. So if you're not very keen, you're going to see that this market is actually going to take you out very, very fast. Personally, I've experienced this so many times, and I can tell you for a fact, you will always ask yourself, so why did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? And it is simply because you did not get to put into consideration the fact that the complex pullback can easily chew your money, can easily make you take wrong decisions on this one. So this is an example of a complex pullback. No, you're supposed to be taking a look at the left. You're supposed to be taking a look at the left. the second low also has to be broken for you to confirm that the market has actually changed direction. So as you can see, a lot of sellers will be trapped and will get out of the market as soon as the price reacts from its protected low. This allows a strong move with a lot of momentum. This will introduce the complex pullback, which is a form of pullback that takes a lot of time to follow the structure. It creates confusion in the trader's brain during his analysis. It's important to see it and to be able to use it as well without being lost. So this is a complex pullback that you need to understand, and once you get to understand it, it becomes very, very easy. So let's take a look at a few examples here. So this is now the schematic of this amazing pullback that we're talking about. So when you look at it carefully, you're going to see that these red dots, these are now the swing structures. We have the swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. We have the swing high, the swing low, and then we have the swing high. And this is basically where our change of character is. But then between these two highs, 1 and 2, between those two highs, this was our lowest part. So this becomes our protected low. Right, that becomes our protected low, and it's very, very important for you to know that once you get to see that protected low, it has to like be broken below for you to now assume that the market has completely changed. But before that, this could just be a pullback. So you can see here the red dots show us that this is now our swing highs and swing low, and the market is actually on an uptrend. Right, so the blue dots represents the complex pullback. Now, this is now basically the complex pullback that we're talking about as illustrated. The blue dots show us the complex pullback. Now, there are so many people who are going to like say, oh, the market has broken structure below. Okay, so let's go. This market is now on a downtrend. Let's take a sell, right? And trust you me, there's some people who are going to make small monies, especially if you're targeting this low, right? But especially if you're targeting this low or this one here. But if you want to hold this trade all the way to this area, you're going to find yourself getting in here for a sell because if you believe like the market has broken below, or somewhere here for a sell because you believe the market has broken below and it's going to continue going down. And then all of a sudden, boom, it gets to push aggressively way back. So the complex pullback is a concept that you need to understand for you to be able to avoid getting trapped in the market. So let's take a look at a few charts here before we go to the trading view. Here's an example of a complex pullback. You can see here, this is a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, then change of character. We have a change of character here, and then after that, what happened? You can see the market really took a lot of time before it pushed all the way up aggressively, breaking structure above. So this is basically something that you really need to understand so that it can be easier for you to know what is really happening here. So the complex pullback can easily confuse you. So basically here the chart, we can see that the price is bullish. At a certain point, market lost its power and it needed a big pullback to be able to continue the structure. We can see that price takes enough time to come back to its last protected low, and after reaching the low, price suddenly moves faster than when it was in the pullback. That shows that sellers are trapped and the bullish trend in the bullish trend that continues. Right, so this is also something that you really need to understand. So yeah, basically when you talk about a complex pullback, it simply means you have to like understand that the market is going to play around with your brain a lot. So it is very important for you to know what exactly you're looking at before you can say, now this market is going to go this side. So there are a few things that you need to understand. When it comes to the change of character, the market has to fail to break above or break below, and instead break the swing high or the swing low on the opposite direction. That is going to be the first one. That's your change of character. And for you to prove that that market has actually broken structure completely, has changed direction completely, you have to look at the left side. Look at the left and take a look at the second structure, the second swing low or the second swing high. If that is also broken, then that is now your confidence is good. That is now means the market has now changed direction. It's going to continue in that particular direction. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the chart so that we can be able to see if we can find a few items here. Okay, so where are we? Let's take a look at this. This is gold. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So I wanted us to take a look at GJ. Let's take a look at GJ and see if we can be able to see something to work with. Let's take a look at GJ. So this is GJ on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see when you look at this market carefully, you're going to realize that this market was actually on an uptrend from here, right? So we're looking at this. You can see this was a very nice structure from here. The market was giving us very nice a very nice structure there. And then from it, you can see that we had this amazing, nice change of character here. And then after that, what happened? So this is the low that gave us that high. So this is the swing high, and then swing low, and then swing high, right? So you can see after that, this is basically what we were looking at. We were looking at this market to break below here for us to say the market has completely changed structure. So we are looking to break below this particular line here. That is where we're supposed to be saying now this market has completely changed. But you can take a look at this. Take a look at this complex pullback. This pullback that has taken so much time for it to be able to like form. And then you can see here we did not actually break below. It was more of liquidity. It was just liquidity sweep that was swept here. And then after that, the market went all the way up, breaking above here. That is continuing in the same direction, right? So again, when you look at this carefully, you're going to realize that we had a change of character here also. We had this change of character here. And that means for us to say now this market has changed direction, it has to close below this area. So we have like this zone for us to say now this market has changed direction. But if that doesn't happen, then again, you can see that there was that massive complex pullback. So this complex pullback is an aspect, or it's something that you need to understand so that it becomes easier for you to know or to notice it when you see it, right? And it is going to be there to confuse you. Right, so if you don't get to understand it very well, it is going to be very tough for you to understand what is happening in the market. So this is something I wanted to share with you on this video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. If you're new to this channel, please share this and leave a comment. Just let me know what you want us to talk about in the next video. But of course, this is where you're going to be getting all knowledge, very much beginner friendly, and it's something that you really want to share with other traders on this one. So until next time, see you on the next one. Bye bye.